Hello, cellists. Let's talk briefly about your right hand and left hand positions. We talked about this plenty. Just a reminder, with the bow, remember your thumb goes next to the frog, your middle finger goes across the thumb, your first finger has a little space right here between first and second finger, see that? And same with the third, and the pinky kind of goes over like this a little bit too. Not where the screw is, but kind of more over the frog. So the fingers are all touching the bow. See how they're all in contact with the stick or with the frog, and the thumb is always a little bit curved, always relaxed. Everything is very flexible. And then there are just a couple of things important to remember when we actually play. I don't know if I can get it here on the video. Let's see. But the bow first needs to be parallel to the bridge. See that? So this is no good, or that is no good, like this sort of diagonal positions. It's parallel to the bridge. See that? And it's kind of between the bridge and the fingerboard. Sometimes could be a little bit closer to the bridge, sometimes a little bit closer to the fingerboard, more or less in the middle. Okay? So parallel to the bridge and in the middle or so between the bridge and the fingerboard. Now with the left hand, the most important part of this is that your thumb is behind the neck, kind of like this, and the middle finger and the thumb are also kind of on the same ring, on the same level. Here we go. And then the first finger will go next. The first finger will go on the tape, and the third finger goes on the tape, on the fourth finger will go on the tape. But that is really the most important, that your middle finger and the thumb create this kind of circle. Okay? Now let's just figure out the notes in the your first new in your new tunes. The first one is My Paddle, and the second one is Triplet Round. So in My Paddle, there's 3 different parts. Beginner ostinato, they're all A's, and it's pizzicato, so it's all just goes like this. That's the beginner ostinato part. Intermediate ostinato part, we have A's, so that is first finger on G string. And we have G, so that's open G string. So only these 2 notes, and let's talk quickly about the rhythm. So the very first note in intermediate ostinato part, it's a single note with a stem and a flag. That's how single 8th notes look like. So when we have 2, they have this bar that puts them together. But single 8th notes, that's the way it looks like. And the rhythm here is 8th note followed by a quarter note, and then by the 8th note, and in the second measure there's a half note. So the rhythm will go like this. Okay, now the entire intermediate ostinato part sounds this way. Okay, and then the melody part, well, here in the first measure, the notes are on D string, E, E, D. Then in the next measure, the notes are on A string, on G string. So this is C, A, fourth finger, and then the first finger. Then the next measure is C, C, D. So C is the fourth finger on G and open D string. And then the fourth measure is E, first finger on D string, and A, open string. And the second line is just the same thing. Measure 21 is the same as 17. Measure 22 is the same as measure 18. Measure 23 is the same. 23 and 24 actually are the same as the first two measures in intermediate ostinato part. So the whole tune sounds like this. Let me try it again. Let's see if I can do it a little bit better. 1, 2. It was a little bit better. What does it tell you? If you do it 5 or 6 times every day, you will be very, very good. All right, here's your practice for my paddle and triplet round for the next few classes.